Well, hello, SpeedGaming. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to you out there. But I can't think of a better way to spend a Sunday night than watching where the real action is going to be. Right here on SpeedGaming, we have a Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer tournament match between awp82 and Captain MD. I am joined by my co-commentator, Reed Whaley. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing. How are you doing tonight, 329?
Just wrapping up a busy weekend. Got a nice cup of coffee with me, believe it or not, for as late as it is. Excited for a good race. Both of these runners have won their first matches of the tournament, so it should be a good race tonight.
I'm absolutely looking forward to this one. First match of round 2 coming up. What I'm really excited about is we have actually moved over to the latest version of the randomizer, 2.4.1 from 2.3 last round, and we may be seeing some new hints come up.
My favorite part of commentary is trying to keep track of all the hints. We're underway.
We're going. And I did not catch what the items were.
Yet they are going to have random 1 to 3 starting items today. So I see 2 beams. So,
and what a place to start. Storage D with space jump boots. And jumping right into the Dark Samus 1 fight, but with Annihilator Beam, should not be any kind of a problem for either of these runners.
Not quite as fast a fight as PBs, but this will definitely be faster than a regular run.
Heck, even with just single charged Annihilator shots, that's still... and it's done. So tonight we're going to see something a little bit more special than just your standard tournament. We have, of course, as you saw, random start in Aegon at Storage D. We have 2-way elevators that are randomized as well. Starting with 1 to 3 items and no final bosses. That's why we've got Dark Beam and Annihilator Beam right off the bat.
Well, even with no final bosses, we have seen quite a variety of requirements throughout this tournament already. We had a jet seed last week with no bosses, and we've already had some all bosses required too. So,
heading back in just to reset that gate. And goodness, light beam right off the bat.
we are fully stocked on beams, but we haven't seen any missiles yet. No regular ones and no supers, no seekers. So always kind of plaguing the runner. Sometimes all those missiles are going to be required.
And Cap, first little tiny bit of divergence. Op heading in to do the rest of the labs checks. Cap heading straight to Dark Aegon through Doomed Entry. And there's our vanilla missile launcher.
So Reed, with this opening loadout, what do you think maybe the game might be pointing us in a certain direction. I know it's definitely super early, but always fun to start thinking and speculating.
Ooh, with Amber being right there? So I'm definitely thinking Torvis right off the bat. It's definitely a possibility. Let's see. I don't know. That's a very, very, very strong set of items for less than 5 minutes in.
Yeah, Amber's a great thing to find in Agon. It gives you some access to some of those checks that are easy to orphan if you're having to explore for it.
Op finally went back, grabbed his light beam.
Op's also going to get a hold of his missiles. A different missile tank.
Of course, keep in mind until he finds Seekers or heads into Doomed Entry and finds his main missile launcher. None of the missile checks he'll be doing will actually be in logic.
We do get morph ball bombs over there on Captain's side. So far, looking like the Dark World has a little bit more to offer.
It definitely seems to be the play right now, and Op missing that side jump, unfortunately having to fight the pirates to get the gate to open back up.
And as usual in randomizer races of all kinds, be likely to see Op retrace Captain steps and vice versa here as we're starting out.
No, now that he's got missiles, it looks like he's going to go ahead and check labs. Or at least this one room of labs, because you can't get much further without morph ball bombs.
Not a bad check at all.
So here in the first 10 minutes, we've got supers. We've got all 3 beams, morph ball bombs,
Space jump, and one of our 4 translators. Not a bad loadout for under 10 minutes.
Not even close. That does concern me that this might be a bit longer seed, though, because a lot of the times whenever we see opening items come this quick and this hard, the game decides, oh, you want to find progression? Cool, it'll be in an hour.
Yeah, for sure. You can find yourself with too many options very quickly.
Chat make a very good point. Op will actually be able to go straight to Jump Guardian from here because he'll be able to do Warrior's Walk with those supers. Cap doing the backwards lab checks. So he should be stumbling upon those supers here any second. I know he's going to be going, man, I wish I had picked those up here in a little bit ago so I could try to get that storage C check.
Yeah, that early super's fine. Definitely gives you the sense that Torvis might be coming up soon. Gotta love having the Annihilator beam for this, though.
Absolutely. For those of you that don't know or just tune in to watch the action, Annihilator beam, whenever you charge a safe zone, it acts basically as a magnet to anything, and they can't resist it. They just kind of like bugs to a bug zapper.
A very appropriate analogy.
Op grabbing his translator, and with that, we are all tied up. And I'm honestly a little surprised with Op right now. With him having supers, I would expect him to at least go through Warrior's Walk, but with the amount of life that he has, that is a dangerous transition between that door.
Yeah, for all the major upgrades we've seen, still no E-tanks. And we might be sitting here for a while with everything we've already gotten. So health going to be a resource that they're going to want to be efficient with as well.
Chad making a very good point. Warrior's Walk, actually, with the outside door of labs being closed, that's going to be their only way out.
And Captain is going to go ahead and brave the trek. Not really left with many options.
Gets out of it fairly unscathed for that being what it is.
I didn't get a glimpse of what was down there in the phase-on. Did you happen to see that?
I did not, but he might be wanting it. Ooh. Oh. Got to get more missiles for that super door.
Well, this is a good game to be in need of ammunition.
Oh!
Just sliding in there. And he is trekking on.
I would absolutely be waiting here a second, Cap. Just take your time. Oh, and the lucky gold drop for him.
Yeah, I'm with you, Reed. I would have sat there for at least half the bar.
And Cap's not scared that he's taking damage. So what you guys just saw, if you haven't seen it before, Jump Guardian's hitbox loads in, kind of like an invisibility cloak with Harry Potter. He just sits there, unseen, unmoving, and lets you shoot him for a while. So you can get his health bar all the way down with 27 light beam shots, I believe. And then spawn in the fight, shoot him a couple times with power beam, you're good to go.
And rewarded for that Jump Guardian is going to be our first power bombs.
Now, in normal game, if you don't have the power bomb launcher or if you don't have the missile launcher or seeker launcher, you are not going to be able to use anything. Speaking of seeker launchers, but in tournament settings, we have it set where, this is going to be close. Cap is absolutely making some of the brave plays, I'll say.
Is he brave or is he crazy?
It could be either, but I'm still impressed.
Well, after watching this display, it's easy to see why he is doing as well as he is in the tournament. That is some skill, threading the needle.
To finish my thought, in this seed with the tournament settings, you once you find, that's either going to be boost ball or cannonball. Can't be spider ball. But once you find your any expansion for missiles or any expansion for power bombs, you can use them straight off the bat without having to find the launchers for them. Oh, Dark Aegon 3.
And certainly, at any point in a run, but especially this early on, being able to walk away with supers and seekers, I mean, that's just some dope early game finds. That
Absolutely.
is stuff that, yeah, usually, especially those seekers or supers can be elusive for quite some time. And very happy to see Captain get a save here.
And chat make a very good point. With this early on, we may see a very, very early Sky Temple key check. We're going to need some E-tanks. Even the way Cap's running, we're going to need E-tanks.
The Ing there on opside seems to be stuck in collision.
Oh no.
He is certainly touching it, but as far as the game's concerned, I guess not coming in contact.
There seem to be two stuck in collision over there.
We'll try this side, I guess. Oh, they're just stuck with each other.
There are two Ings stuck together. I feel like that's going to be a clip-worthy moment of our Siamese twin Ing.
And there we go. Now that he's freed up from his twin, he's able to vaporize himself just fine.
Major upgraded junction site. Op on his way to grab his Seekers while Cap heads out into the light world for first time in at least quite a while. Well, I say that. Testing sound is desynced a bit.
Morph ball system and Agon wastes.
And it looks like it's actually going to be desynced on both of our runners' ends. So we will try to get that fixed. Sorry about that, guys.
And it looks like Captain is going to give us our first random elevator. Sanctuary Spider side.
So to get out from here, it looks like we're going to end up having to find Spider Ball somewhere to get Boost Ball so we can get up. We've already found Seekers, so we can try that other elevator there at Light Side Crossroads.
Yeah, it's like giving out candy today.
Very early screw attack, too. And because of the way that he had loaded through into everything else, we have an abundance of pirates now in the room. This could be very, very bad for Cap.
Gets a nice health pickup there. Should be okay. And on the 0 E-tanks, navigates through that quite well.
Ooh, that's going to be our second Aegon key. I wonder if all keys for Aegon are here. Could we see Spider Ball on Amorbus to be our step out of Aegon?
That's what I was thinking. I was about to ask. Feeling pretty strongly about Amorbus right now.
Of course, we haven't seen yet what. So we have Bomb Guardian that we still haven't seen, which should be all of about a 10-second fight once he actually spawns in with power bombs. So haven't seen Energy Controller. We have quite a few checks that we can go to still, but I'm hoping for Spider Ball and Amorbus. Why not?
Oh, of course. We've had so much that we've been getting that I even forgot this wasn't done yet. When he rolled in on Bomb Guardian, I thought, oh, yeah.
Oh, and trying the cheeky strat for Bomb Guardian. With Screw Attack, I don't know if he forgot that he has a power bomb.
Gotta be careful. Yeah, this is a strat I have not seen. Very nice.
I saw that last week for the first time, and it's like, oh, all right.
Sir Claver, thank you. Appreciate that compliment so much. Happy to have you here tonight. Oh, and there's the third Aegon key.
Ooh, Spider Ball on Morbus looking more and more likely. Kirby making a good point.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Kirby making a good point. Could have just used a super there instead of doing his lock on.
Well, Captain was clearly going for that swag Seeker's kill.
It's not in logic, but I just thought about as well that we do have another elevator to what would normally be Sanctuary Spider side here. Now, without main PBs, it's not going to be an unlogic exit, but and was that an E-tank or a visor?
I didn't catch a good enough look. Op on his way to get his check at this random elevator. And certainly good information for him to have, but not too useful right now. Not too much you can do over there.
Cap, you've got to have a power bomb to go through there. You are out, sir. Oh, lucky pickup.
It's prime 2, man. The drops are always what you need. Corvus Gate. And Op, having fought the regular pirates in this room once already, seems like he's just going to be up against the jump packs.
And get our first look at the hints on Aegon Energy Controller and what our friendly Luminoth has in store for us here. Oh. The dream is dead. Spider ball here. And a Morbus with just a power bomb expansion. So unless that is a visor that's going to be required, or a possibly, I couldn't tell from the actual look of it. It might have been a Sky Temple key, but I don't think it was big enough. A Morbus is more than likely dead.
See, it builds you up just to let you down.
I
will say, though, the knowledge of what's on a Morbus being located right there after the spider ball grab is uncharacteristically kind of a randomizer seed.
I was just about to say, that is very, very gentle of the seed tonight to be very kind and go, oh, it's okay, you don't have to fight it. Just some missiles here at A. Ooh. And a hit for the useless keys.
Yeah, we say just some missiles, but early on we've been getting all major upgrades, so missiles are actually pretty welcome too. We're going to need quite a few of those to fight our way through this.
That is a very, very fair point. And Clever, unfortunately, yeah, we are aware, and we are doing our best to get that fixed for you.
And Op's going to make his way through this area now, too. So Reed, it's got to be something, right? Like a couple STKs down that are gravity boost locked, and then the gravity boost is impossible to find. Something.
It's got to be something. There's no way that the game's going to be this nice and maybe a jet seed for these two runners, but I'll let you hit the last seed that I generated that was for the admin match. It turned very ugly very quickly. So I'm afraid that I'm going to have some bad luck on some seeds as well. But really looking forward to a maybe bad seed. But for our runner's sake, I hope it's actually going to be somewhat decent.
Oh, I see. This is your doing then. Now I understand.
Yeah, this one's my fault.
Well, I had the joy of calming quite a jet seed last week. We had it was actually Captain's other race. Finished. If you haven't watched it yet, I won't spoil it for you, but it's finished with quite a good time. And Captain over here making use of this little glitch here where if you only get the last mirror, bomb that lock out of the way, the game assumes all 3 mirrors must have been done, so you can skip a little portion of this. Activate that portal just a little quicker. And we do see the power bomb strat on awp82's side. He's not going to waste any time.
And normally, I'd say that these runners would be a lot closer together, but just the bravery and the plays that Cap's making, going through Dark World and just disregarding his life, that has put him quite a bit ahead of. I mean, it's absolutely still it's a 1-check game still, but just on a movement basis, I'd say Op's a little bit behind right now.
And even as you say that, he's doing it right now.
I know.
A mad dash with no regard for safety.
Down to 3 life right there.
Maybe Captain can teach me how to skydive.
I don't know if I'd want him to. And it is our boost ball.
Definitely happy to see that.
I know neither one of our runners are going to complain about anything that lets you go fast. No, the way that he's running, I don't think I'd ever want him to teach me skydiving, because it'd be, all right, do you see the top of that tree? Once you get down to about the 5th branch down, that's when you pull. I'm going, no.
So you're assuming he jumps with a parachute then? I thought he just lived on the edge.
Just has one thrown out about 5 minutes beforehand and then tries to catch it on the way down. That does seem about like his style right now.
Well, these runners are both putting on quite a show already. Only a half an hour in, and we have seen some very close action.
And speaking of power bombs, there they are. Absolutely beautiful screw attack into that tiny little hole.
Thread the needle.
Again, for those of you that don't know, whenever you're in a screw attack, your hitbox becomes the size of that little morph ball right there. So you can get into areas that should be morph ball only, and that allows for some very, very interesting plays such as that and some aether walking or out of bounds.
And we're seeing it done beautifully on Opside right there in front of you if you missed it the first time. Yeah, for all this craziness, I do believe we're tied up on checks here. Oh, thank you. Op did not pick up the boost ball.
Ah, yes. He has not gone back to get that yet. Cap, don't have Violet yet, believe it or not. Everything else, but can't check that one. I can understand why you'd be confused. Violet is traditionally, especially in this tournament, the way the normal seeds are, is the first, or if not, either the first or second item you pick up.
Night Dew, yes, 34 minutes, no suits, no tanks, but quite a lot of other toys to play with. We've seen Screw Attack, we have all 3 beams, and both of the major ball movement systems.
And another key here. And Cap not really caring what key that is, apparently.
It's part of that live crazy lifestyle he's into right now.
Thinking about it for a half a second and then deciding, nope, don't care. I know where it is. If I need it, I'll come back.
Ooh, taking that bonk, though.
To answer chat's question, Terminal Fall is 10 HP. Oh, speaking of HP, get out of there. Oh no, speaking of Terminal Fall. Cap flying a little too close to the sun.
And like the great Icarus, those wings melt and it caught up to him. But he has been saving quite frequently. So
Yeah, I believe he saved right here before he warped back to Storage D. So he has to pick up his main power bombs again. But I believe main power bombs are the only thing that he lost. So this would be about 2-3 minutes max on the save, somewhere in there.
I think Cap just wanted to show off that trick again. That's what really happened.
Gollop not even having time as our amazing tracker to take power bombs off and then put back on, as it's just that quick for Cap to get back in the action.
Yep, and with where he's headed, I believe you are correct. That was all he was missing.
Now, the only other thing that he'd seen up until that point was that key that he skipped before going into Wind Chamber. Gives him a second chance to think about that key and whether or not he actually wants it or needs it. Or
Well, for our runner's sake, I would like to see some health at some point. Gonna need at least a couple of tanks or a suit to pop up to be able to even check those STK hints.
Op has gotten back and done his boost ball.
Yep, and with what's available to us, it makes perfect sense to see Op follow that same trail and head out towards Torvis Gate.
Now, with him having Spider boost, do you think he'll go the Torvis Gate play, or do you think he'll go back to beginning of Aegon and grab that go to Sank Spider side?
Well, you know, I'd like to... Oh, he's getting low on energy, too. Come on up. Hold out. I'd like to see the Sank Spider side just to get some divergence and exploration here. But I feel like without... the tanks, it's kind of not as much available. It's a little more dangerous to traverse. Things hit hard over there.
Agreed.
And Op saying that 30 health is enough. Gonna grab this save.
No, I doubt, because he'd have to go all the way back to storage D. Right now, no Dark Visor, no Emerald, so he'd be stuck there at the save station and have to go all the way back to Aegon. But unfortunately, that gate won't blow up yet until you scan it the first time. Oh, this is interesting. Op checking our Annihilator in cache.
I like this play.
Unfortunately, just another missile expansion, no progression items here. So Cap not missing anything by not going back and taking a second look.
I still like the play, though. I know it didn't pan out, but creative use of your resources.
Fantastic play. And another missile expansion. Cap making a smart play here that I most of the time forget to do, and checking his hit here for Ing Reliquary. Missile related upgrades, so missile expansion, because we already have Seekers, we already have everything we possibly need, so not reliquired this evening.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Op taking the death. He did just save right before he went and grabbed that Annihilator door, though. So.
Oh, good. Good news is he knows there's no point in going back. Cap taking out some frustrations on a gate. Is that finally at 40 minutes in our first E-Tank? It is.
Now Cap can be even more dangerous with his health.
And our first key that we don't need at all with the Annihilator start. So normally, Inghive will require all three keys to get in Type Quadraxis, but you can go in the back door with Annihilator, as that's normally required. The rewards for Quad. And you don't even have to worry about the keys. You can just jump straight down the arena.
Yeah, it does appear that Appa is going to be following in that Torvis gate.
Again, I cannot say I blame him with no E-Tanks.
You know, when he picked up that stop for that Annihilator door, I thought maybe he would stray towards the spider side.
Of course, we can't go into the Aegon, what would normally be Aegon yet, because we don't have Violet Translator. Cat forgetting we don't have Violet Translator.
Second time. He scanned a hint just a few minutes ago.
Very, very easy mistake to make, because, like I said, that's normally the first or second item we get. So I can absolutely understand the confusion on his side of why isn't that? Oh, right, we didn't start there. And the Wiggle and Bee hint, unfortunately, coming up right as we grab that item, but good skip on Cap's part, just an Inghive key. Unfortunately, not. It wasn't an E-tank. You know that much.
Well, we'll see if he scans any purple translators.
And coming the back way to our Dark Missile Trooper, 1 charge Dark Beam, and just some missiles. So, trying to think of what other checks we could make in logic right now with what we have here in the Temple Grounds area we have available, and without Violet, I think we may end up. I think he may end up save warping back and possibly having to go Spider side. Either that, or we have not checked the elevator that would normally go to Torvis in Aegon.
Do they have access all the way through to Hazing Cliff? Because they do have screw attack.
They have access all the way through to Hazing Cliff right now. With 1 E-tank, though.
I don't know, the way Cap's been running.
Oh, I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying that it is a very risky play with 1 E-tank. Screw attack does mitigate a lot of the damage whenever you're in Dark World, but...
And continuing to narrow down checks, I didn't get a look at what was in the Hall of the Honored Dead on Ops side, but apparently it was not worth grabbing.
And here we are. Yep, we've got our warp. An A key of some kind here at the landing site Dark. Chat saying it was just a missile expansion.
See there, with that key hint, that's more of a randomizer seed. Not being kind at all.
Hop heading the normal way through to fight Dark Missile Trooper. And the other strat of 1 power bomb and goodbye. Yeah, by just doing that to refill some ammo. The street bats, and the way he's been playing, I don't think he would have cared about taking the damage.
Yeah, and Cap is double timing his way over to that Agon elevator, which is going to take him to Sank Spider side.
Oh, hold on. No, he might be going and checking the other elevator at... I keep calling it Crossroads Light, but that has a real name. Sunburst was the other item.
It has its uses, albeit not many.
Name that room that I was looking for, Transport Access. Lower Torvis. And now he makes a choice. The choice is Spider side.
And Cap, not wanting to make me a liar, now makes his way over to Spider side.
That's awfully sweet of him, isn't it?
So kind. After all we said about him being crazy, too.
And just letting chat know, unfortunately, delays on both runners' side by about 3 or 4 seconds. Our wonderful volunteers at SpeedGaming are working on it to try to get it resolved. And again, I do apologize. We're doing the best we can to get it fixed as quickly as we possibly can for you. Who knows? We might get lucky and have a second E-tank or a suit here at Light World Spider side.
are treated to some wonderful music, though.
And
Looks like an E-tank, yep. Easily one of the better things you could have found here to get started on Sank.
either that or a suit. Let's say that was my main thing. It's like maybe that or a suit. And that's going to make him absolutely go check Hazen Cliffs. The way he's playing with 2 E-tanks, done deal. Can't remember what race it was the other night that we were doing where Hazing Cliffs actually contained a suit and very, very likely contained a suit, as the runner was not going to make it back without it, or if he was, it was going to be exceptionally close.
It looks like a Sky Temple key hanging out there too, so it's always nice when you stumble upon them. Oh, and he's going for it.
Oh!
I commend him. I commend him for the braveness. I mean, 2 E-tanks should be good, but still.
Oh, yeah. With him, not a problem in the world.
Well, he didn't even need that second one.
No, not even close. Getting a very, very lucky shot. 2 Sky Temple keys at Spider side. Oh no. Get out of there, Cap. I think that Metroid might have... Oh. Oh, a very lucky 10 drop and with...
Wow.
3 health. And I wasn't paying attention to Op, but he has found the elevator for Torvis entrance with supers. That's a phenomenal elevator find to find right now.
Yeah, this is a lot open to you to come in here with supers.
Supers, Seekers, both beams. All 3 beams, as a matter of fact. Just a cheeseburger there. Never hurts to have an extra cheeseburger.
The reason we can't look to the other side is because Captain is still running at 7 energy. So even with that surviving it, he hasn't gotten the refills. This is why it's so hard to look away.
He's a lunatic, and I love it.
There we go.
Oh.
Ooh, and
Sky Temple
finding
here.
his own, yes. So far, both sides are yielding some good spoils for the end game, but not pointing too much in progression either way.
And that's exactly what I was saying earlier, is the game will spoil you the first out, and then, oh, you were actually wanting progression? We'll see you in an hour.
So that's why I made a cup of coffee before we started. Planning ahead.
Either Dark Burst or just a Dark Ammo expansion, that side of Spider. I'm surprised he did not check the hint, though.
And Op's grabbing a second E-tank on his end. Ooh, Dark Visor. That's going to give Op access to those floating in caches. And some other checks here and there.
And right now, that was actually also our logical exit to... oh, and Emerald. So that was our logical exit back out of that one save station, and that's also our logical entrance to main energy controller to go check that, check and see what Umos has, and check and see what, almost an hour in, mind you, Dark Alpha Splinter is going to have.
more than happy to take this emerald translator right here.
And finally, a 30 tank for Op.
More missiles on Captain's side.
I'm going to see what our Torvis energy controllers got for us.
Our first Torvis key shows up.
Power bomb exactly 2 rooms away from a beam. Thanks, Gabe. That's the hints I'm used to.
And Captain taking advantage of that collision detection here, able to skip most of this annoying spider ball puzzle. Always an impressive feat, and he recovers there. Nicely done.
I am a little surprised Op's not checking. Oh, there we go. He's checking this item, and then well, that could have just stayed there. But his run is valid now. What I was going to say is I'm surprised he wasn't taking the elevator down to check and see what this elevator is going to be. But he was doing something smarter, surprising no one that Op was doing something smarter than me. I'm thinking about Sank Gate for a second.
Another useless Inghive key.
That is our last useless Inghive key, thankfully. Anything else he finds will be Torvis, because we've actually found everything for Aegon and for Inghive now. And our first joke hint. Somehow getting Samus to T-pose there for a second as she entered her morph ball mode.
Now we're getting loaded with energy tanks here. A little safer.
And Cap finding his third finally.
And we're seeing a little bit of what we were talking about maybe about half an hour ago, is there's so much open to them now that you just keep diving deeper. It might be a while before either of these runners gets to retrace their steps. Op has found some good stuff in Torvis.
Ooh, and a third Sky Temple key found for Cap. We'll logically need Echo Visor, but I've seen these runners do some crazy things with Screw Attack where you don't even have to worry with it. Chat making a very good point where we should probably, with the health we've got, if we can get to him, go check our Sky Temple keys. As we really with these items, we could actually be in go mode for no final bosses right now. Even if we had final bosses with Screw Attack and Spider Ball, we'd be in go mode. Op doing was personally my least favorite check in the entire game. But he makes it look super easy.
Yeah, see, if I knew how to do that, it wouldn't be my least favorite check in the game. Oh, is that the Cobalt Translator? Yes, it is.
That's Cobalt, so whenever he makes his dive into Sank like Cap's doing right now, he's going to have a nice knowledge advantage. Plus, if Spider just so happens to be required, that Cobalt's going to be required.
Yeah, out of the two plays, there's just been more, not just more, everything that Op has found has been better. He's found 2 translators. I think there was something else too when he first came in here that he found.
Cap heading to Aegon Gate, but Cap, you, we're going to hope that it's, yep, just to check one item, because you can't get out from here.
It's funny, you think to, like you were saying, you almost always get Violet early on. That's the only one we're missing.
Op heading off to check Boost Guardian.
Interesting on Captain's side that he's sticking in Sanctuary.
And just like that, Boost Guardian is no more. Say with Cat putting the mini gyro puzzle down, I think he may be finally deciding that Sync not the best use of time, unfortunately. He did pick up 2 Sky Temple keys for his trouble, but unfortunately, the rest of progression was quite dry there this evening.
Yeah, and he has knowledge of a 3rd, but unfortunately, they're kind of all right along the path. So when Op does make his way over there, it's not really any advantage that Cap's going to have anymore.
At that point, with Op having Dark, he may find Echo before he gets over there as well. Op headed over to check in with as I couldn't. Oh, is that gonna be gravity boost? Nope, B-Tank. Never hurts. But checking in with Mr. Flippy Guy, because I could not remember his name the other night, and apparently that's just stuck.
Well, fingers crossed. Hope to see Cap move over to Twervis soon. He's going to get a lot of progression there. I know we're an hour in, but still early enough for big plays to make things happen here.
And Op with his 6th energy tank. I was just about to say that, Gulp. I would be honestly amazed if he wasn't thinking Sky Temple Key right now. Speaking of Sky Temple Keys, it's going to be tied up on the Sky Temple Key count, but keep in mind that's all 3 still in sync that that Op has not picked up, that are very, very close together.
If he wasn't thinking Sky Temple, hopefully now it's on his mind.
We're an hour in. It seems like a good enough time to remind everybody, go follow these runners. They're putting on an absolute amazing show for us this evening. I knew they would. These guys are both some of the best in the field. And Gollop, who's doing our tracking, make sure you go give him a follow too, as well as my co-commentator 329, doing an absolutely amazing job keeping me in line tonight. So thank you, sir.
Well, thank you. Make sure you follow Reed Whaley while you're at it. But definitely give these runners a follow. They are putting on a great performance tonight. And Cap picking up some energy tanks of his own. Definitely happy to see him running a healthier seed.
Now, Cap with 4 E-tanks, I could even see him going, okay, it's time to go look at some Sky Temple hits, and I think that might be exactly what we're about to see.
Yeah, unfortunately on Cap's side, what he really needs to do is just take a step into Torvis.
Cap making an uncharacteristically safe play, and looks like he's going to be take a second to save the ship. Oh, just kidding. I should have known better.
That's right. He did it to me earlier when I told you he was heading to Spider Side, so.
Translator at War Ritual Grounds.
Yeah, that's going to have to be our Violet translator. So having that green translator, having some more of those hints available, has given Op some pretty good knowledge. And we're seeing a move to Sanctuary Gate on Op's side.
And for Cap, everybody get out your handy dandy notebooks. Time to see where all we have to go tonight.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Reed, but we do know where 5 keys already are between our runners. Or do we have some overlap?
No, Cap, the 2 that he has and the one we know about were all sank. And then Op has not even been to sank yet. So, no, we know already 5 keys. This may be a close check. Portal chamber, we knew that one.
Five
gyro. Temple access in Sank Fortress.
That's the one in the ground, right?
That's the one.
Yeah. Defiled Shrine.
Under Temple, Dark Torvus Bog. Path of Roots. We knew about that one. And a Cursed Lake.
Well, the good news for Cap'n is that a lot of that stuff he's going to need, Emerald Translator, Dark Visor, that's all right when you go into Torvus. So hopefully he'll kind of lock those in with his regular checks while he's going in there. The only one that's outlying for me is Cobalt was way up there.
It was, but for all of that, I'm trying to think, is there anything that we would absolutely have to have Cobalt for?
I don't think so.
Cap may have lucked out with that one.
Only thing tracker pointing out. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
I was going to say our tracker pointing out if Cobalt locks Echo.
That's true because Echo is going to be required. Cap picking up some very, very lucky energy drops right there. And he's going to make it out on 4 E-tanks after doing checks. Very, very impressive.
Cap staying true to character and getting in right under the wire there with energy.
So, if we're going off of our list, looks like the only boss we may possibly have to see tonight is going to be Powerbomb Guardian.
And grabbing that Violet Translator on Ops side. Which, it's a shame because Captain was right there, but lacking a Dark Visor to pick that up.
Chat saying we did see Boost Guardian, but unfortunately for Boost Guardian, he was just a casualty tonight, not actually required for the seed.
We are going to get a look at what key this is. We know it is the
Sky Temple key.
Yeah, Op making good routing on that. He wasn't sure which it was going to be, but it saves himself a scan.
Chat asking worst place Echo could be. Let's see, Chica would be pretty bad, but I'm thinking Vanilla Light Beam. We have not seen a hint for that. As far as I'm aware, at least we have not seen a UMOS 2 hint yet.
No, I don't recall one either. And Op getting his hints over here. He does see the extra hazing cliff and culling chamber one that we already knew about.
That is true. Quad wouldn't really be in logic without Echo, wouldn't? At least not on the settings we have for these runners. So outside that, any of the light beams, that's one of the things that honestly I never actually check, even with light suit.
I see Pyro asking, has he missed anything significant? Other than the crazy, reckless style of running through the dark world with little to no energy and surviving, I'd say it's been a relatively straightforward seed so far. We had our big divergence when Captain went to Sank and Op went into Torvis. Op found much better items there. He was able to pick up the rest of the translators, but Captain went ahead and got a check of his STK hints beforehand, so we hope to see Captain making his way over to Torvis now to catch up as far as that item count goes.
At the same time, Op knowing exactly where he needs to head inside of Sank, we could see him very, very quickly into 5 or even 6 keys just off running to there.
Well, with our loadout and our knowledge here, I would say Op definitely has a little bit of a lead, depending on where that Echo Visor turns up. Albeit a slight lead, but he's just got the advantage of kind of already having found most of what he was looking for. And he'll be able to kind of clear out Sank on his first time through there, as opposed to Captain is going to have to head back over to get at least one key from there. We're not sure when that key will become available, though, as we're still looking for that Echo.
And Op heading to do this one check, and if I remember correctly, this will take him into Sank, won't it?
Yep. Oh, and he's going to grab that hint.
getting some more knowledge that unfortunately Cap had to skip out on, but for him,
Yeah, we're not sure yet. It's probably safe. Probably safe. And Reed, it fits right in with his playstyle, playing on the edge, right? Maybe he needs it, maybe he doesn't.
Absolutely. And Dark Visor hint, not overly useful to op either.
As Op continues to scan hints, that is another thing I think would chalk up towards advantage, is he may be able to locate the Echo Visor just because he has 3 extra colors available to him for hints.
That's the one thing I was a little sad about with Cap going all the way through Sank without finding that Cobalt. And you see right now him having to go all the way back through Under because he did not have that Dark Visor to pick up Violet.
Yeah, it's the little things that add up like this.
I will say the Cobalt hint's not doing a whole lot for Op, as he's already gone through and found every single one of these items.
And I have a feeling if Cap makes it back through there with Cobalt to scan, he will probably have most of what he's finding already anyway. And we're just under an hour and a half in, and we still have not seen a suit.
Finally, plenty of E-tanks to help keep our runners alive, but no, you're right, still no suits. So if there is something like Echo being locked behind Light Suit Beam, that could make this a little bit longer than we were expecting.
Yeah, for sure. That's the one main variable we keep looking at right now. But if nothing else, it's I feel like I can't overstate it. It's another testament to how excellent these runners are to have navigated so far into this game suitless. And we very well could go the whole game suitless. That is a good point.
Especially with final bosses off, it's definitely a possibility.
Well, I'd much rather go suitless with final bosses off, for sure.
In Cap, I don't know if he didn't realize that we don't have a way out of the safe station for him right now. No Emerald and no Dark Visor. We're going to have to head straight back to Aegon Storage D. Getting the hint that I was wondering about. A life support system, so that may very well be one of our suits in that ink cache. Oh, there's one of the new ones. Powerbomb expansions are just space hamburgers.
The seed showing us that it has a sense of humor.
I'll take another look because that's one of the new hints that's in 2.4.
I appreciate that he took the time to reread that and admire that for a second.
With that, I will say shout out to Dark Zero for all of his hard work on putting out updates and keeping the randomizer in an absolute tip-top shape for us to do runs like this. Oh, and apparently Bash is the one that came up with the new joke hints. So shout out to Bash too, our wonderful developer for our Metroid Prime 1 rando. I was telling Dark earlier, I give him credit for things he has just no part of, but I will keep giving him credit for it. Chat, new joke hint was Powerbomb expansions or just space hamburgers?
And Captain is making his way through Torvis now, grabbing much of what we've seen he's been missing out on for a little bit now. He's going to find his Emerald Translator here, a couple of Sky Temple keys that he knows about. And a good amount of E-tanks, too. I think this is where Op started picking up a bunch for himself.
Op coming up on another hint that unfortunately Cap had to miss out on. Oof. Oh, there's the hint we needed. What?
Was that Great Tempo energy transfer?
Energy controller, yeah.
Yep.
Have we not seen that yet?
We've had so little translator access for so much of this. I was just about to ask you, Reed, too, right before that, was if you want to give an idea where you thought Echo might be. It is a moot point.
It is indeed. I will say it is on Umos, so I was right about that part of it, just not Umos 2.
Well, I think it's interesting because it's something we were mentioning just a few minutes ago, is being able to come through here with access to more knowledge definitely proved to be a big help in this situation. Most of those hints were garbage, but he grabbed the right one at the right time, and that's going to make a good factor for him.
And even suitless, I think sitting on 8 E-tanks for Op right now, I don't think he cares if he finds a suit or not, right? I mean, just at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter now. Cap finding the item he needs to make his run legitimate.
No, and Reed, that's a great point. I think that Op definitely runs with some confidence right now. You just get it done. You know that you have everything you need, or at least access to everything you need. Whereas Cap also has everything that he needs, except that dark visor pickup, but he should be. I remember that being en route early Torvis. Do you remember where that was?
If I remember correctly, dark visor was at. I'm trying to remember exactly where it was because I do remember. I think it was at Plaza Access, possibly either Plaza Access or Torvis Plaza. Forgotten Bridge. Okay. I was only 1 room off, 2 rooms off, somewhere there. Cap saying, never mind, I don't need it.
No interest in the sonic boom tonight. Yeah, once Captain picks up that dark visor, he doesn't know it yet, but he also will have everything that he needs.
Except for his echo visor.
I'm sorry, I meant he'll be able to find everything that he needs.
There it is. The main problem is, unfortunately, he doesn't know where exactly it is because he didn't have that Cobalt translator.
And it's so easy to sit on this side of the computer screen and say, you should have dipped out of Sank earlier. But with what he knew at the time, full clearing...
I would have done the same thing. Yeah. I would have absolutely done the same thing. That seemed like the most logical and best play.
I mean, we were sitting over here saying, got to get out of Agon, got to head over to Sank. That's where, now that you have access. But turned out Torvis.
We'll see where this elevator leads. Wow. That one just heading to Temple Transport Amber.
Well, Cap on his way to grab his Cobalt translator. It will give him access to that hint he needs.
But with him already getting the missile expansion there from Sanctuary Energy Controller, I don't see him going back at all.
Yeah, I always hate to do it when I'm on stream calming, but it may be a little too late.
To be fair, with the 3 translators he has, he still doesn't have his Violet, unfortunately. But if he finds his way back up to Umos, the hit may not matter. I mean, that's a fairly. I mean, if you find your way there, you're checking it. As long as you can get through.
Oh, no doubt, it's a free item. And with Echo still being on your mind, there's Dark Visor. Yep, we grabbed that.
He is Amber away from, he's Echo away from Go Mode and the Knowledge away from Go Mode, and Op heading there right now to get his Go Mode item. Yeah. Plus, we also get to see what's on Dark Alpha Splinter finally at 1 hour and 35 minutes. Oh no, you step out of that gate gallop, you don't get to skip that fight. Logically, this is the first boss fight in the game. And just some dark ammo. Never hurts to have it, but at this point, probably nothing useful. But with this, I don't see him even trying to find a suit. He knows where his go mode is here. He's just going to go. If he finds one on the way, that's just added bonus. But 80 tanks, nah, we're gone.
There you go.
Hey.
Not going to grab it, but at least now he knows.
Not going all the way to Ing Hive, especially with us having to go to Under Temple still.
Well, I'll say the hints are working in Op's favor a little bit right there. And even so, Op picking up his Echo Visor with double the amount of keys.
And I think he's going to go through and check his other elevators while he's here, which is a very, very good play. We already know where Lower Torvis elevator is, though, don't we?
Yeah, it is the boost ramp in Agon.
That's right. Hop seeing that energy tank under there and going, nah, I'm good. Still definitely not a bad idea after getting your go mode item to go ahead and just take that safety save.
Yeah, early on we did see both runners take a death, I believe, but now we're a little more prepared for battle at this point.
You say that Op taking an absolute walloping from those sanctuary turrets.
It's because he knows he can.
Our wonderful tracker Gollop making a very good point in chat. Gravity boost definitely would be a nice quality of life item just to get through Under Temple just a little quicker.
The puns have started in chat.
That was not my intent, but well played, sir. Cap finally getting his Violet translator. See, we know this item itself is just our power bomb expansion, but with now having Echo, he's heading back to get that last key from Sank that we need.
Yeah, I like Op's routing choice. Come through right through the front door.
And Cap, you've been running wide open, but this is a very, very, very lucky spot to find yourself in with not having that hint.
Yeah, you had a good call there. You were saying it's pretty easy to stumble upon this location, especially since it's a free item. It's been available for a while. Now that you know he's put together the puzzle of where the translators were.
Hi, Dark Apple Splinter. Bye, Dark Apple Splinter. No. There you go, Cap. There you go. All right. Don't do it.
And like he's been doing all race, making me nervous right there. Yeah, Captain has... Go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, says Captain has no idea how big a find that is. With the hint information, he'll never make it back to. Huge find right there.
I was saying, picking up his 7th key very, very soon to pick up his 8th. It's right there in Sank. And then from there, the only thing we have left is going to be Powerbomb Guardian, possibly. Well, making me a little bit nervous there. I'm sitting here going, no, don't warp out. You got another one here. Go get it.
Yeah, creeping up on almost an hour and 45 minutes. I'm sure both these runners are feeling the pressure. Making use of the dark visor. Captain is almost going to grab his 4th key. There it is.
Just missed it. And Op grabbing his 8th key.
Showing no mercy to the Resbit there.
Can you blame him?
You're not a fan of the Resbits? You don't like being hacked in the middle of your gameplay?
No, for some odd reason, especially on Nintendo. Every once and again, I will be honest, I'll still get hacked by one, and then I'll be hitting the button combination, and then my game resets, and I'm like, oh right, oh no.
Some nice simultaneous screw attack action going on.
All right, so we've got a 50-50. What do you think? Is it going to be on Power Guardian proper, or do you think it's going to be our screw attack wall item?
You know what? I'm going to go with the screw attack item. This has been a very generous seed.
That's true. See, I'm hoping it kind of kicks them in the teeth just a little bit at the end and makes them actually fight Powerbomb Guardian.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'd love to see anything to extend the race play just a little longer, but I also like to be kind to the runners when possible.
That is true. That is true. I will say this. The next time I go see my cardiologist, I'm going to have him send Cap the bill.
I was going to say, I may have to go rewatch the VOD just to see how low his energy got at certain points. I think I might have just closed my eyes.
He got down to 3 HP at minimum twice.
Well, whatever it was quite enjoyable to watch. Exhilarating for sure.
Showing off that just because something says it needs power bombs doesn't mean you actually need power bombs. Now that I think about it, I don't know if Op ever went and saw that the elevator there in Aegon was to Lower Torvis. Because that may have been a lot quicker just to save warp back to Storage D and then take that elevator.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he just isn't sure where to go to get to that elevator yet. I was thinking the same thing.
Looked at it, but I don't think Op ever checked it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I've been wondering why he's going back this way and not just save warping, but that would make sense. Well, depending on how long it takes him to find that, Cap may have stumbled upon more than just good luck there. He may be able to really bring this one down to the wire with that echo pickup. I'd love to see it.
Pick up its fifth.
So I was going to say, I'd love to see a good neck and neck finish.
Oh, absolutely. And Op, actually, at this point, it really doesn't matter what other elevator there is, because he's just gonna take the save warp there at the Under Temple. More than likely, he'll just come back up out of... Well, no, you won't be able to come up out of the bottom without getting those switches, will you? Oh, and Op's going to show us one of the coolest tricks that I think in this game. The air underwater. There it is.
Nicely done.
So for those that don't know, the air underwater, basically, if you morph into a morph ball on the same frame as you're going underwater, you keep your above water physics where you can use screw attack while still being underwater. Normally you'd be stuck to having to deal with the gravity boost here, but with him not having it, this is an absolutely fantastic play to be able to actually move around and not have to deal with anything. You still keep your same slow physics, but you at least have some kind of movement.
And you get this nice clear visor. You can actually see where you're going.
Well, for a second. Now with him opening that up, I fully expect him to just take the save warp back to Storage D and then head back to Sky Temple from there.
We did see Cap checking a couple more items along his way. Any idea what he might be looking for? I mean, possibly a suit?
Possibly a suit, but with 7 E-tanks, I don't see any reason to, especially with the way he plays. He has to know he's in go mode. He's checked his keys.
Maybe gravity boost just to make it a little easier to get through?
That's possible. He may be looking for gravity boost just for doing Under Temple.
Here we go. And I believe that it's on...
I think that's gravity boost. Nope, B-Tank.
You were
We
right.
have a Powerbomb Guardian fight, friends. And Op at 8 E-Tanks does not even care that he had to do that jump. Just, no, I'm good.
This is the one boss, unfortunately, that no matter what your loadout is, you can't blink and miss it. So, have to do this one the intended way.
For now. The way our runners are, next week we may have something that absolutely destroys this in about 3 seconds. So Op very wisely going through and doing the back 2 bomb slots first. I'm sure this has been tried, but that does give me a thought. With the Dark Burst bomb slot glitch, where you can activate bomb slots with Dark Burst, I wonder if anybody has tried that with Bomb Guardian.
And that is going to be your 9th Sky Temple key on awp82 side at 1 hour and 51 minutes.
And Cap heading straight down into Under Temple right now. Also trying their super fun air underwater. Just missing the jump. And there is our warp to, I would say warp to start, but warp to storage D.
Yep, all Op has to do now is make his way back over to the Sky Temple entrance, turn in those keys, and that's going to do it because we don't have final bosses in this match.
And normally I'd say easier said than done, but with this being Torvis Gate, save warp pretty much spits you out straight where you need to be right here.
And on Cap's side, it looks like he's maybe possibly going through this a more vanilla way.
That will not activate yet, Cap. Gotta kill the tiny blogs. You can tell how often you actually have to do some of these vanilla tricks with runners of, oh, right, this doesn't do this yet. And honestly, I'm not sure where Cap's going. Unfortunately, at this point, we know Under Temple, but we also know there's nothing else there. Powerbomb Guardian through Crypt. That would make sense. And almost Op. A few more steps, and there it is. And our winner tonight, awp82, with a time of 1 hour, 54 minutes, 56 seconds. And GG's in chap. Oh, it's been a long day. GG's in chat.
GG's in for a great race. GG's to both of our runners. As I see right there, Captain is going to forfeit. But an awesome effort on both parts. GG's.
And we'll see if we can't get them in for interviews here momentarily.
And while we're taking the time to work that out, please be sure to give both of these runners a follow. If you've enjoyed the action that they've been putting on tonight, I see there you go, screen names popping up in chat. If you've enjoyed the action tonight, they are streaming and they are always delivering some awesome action of their own. So go ahead and check these guys out.
And right now we are joined in the booth with Captain MD. GG, sir.
GG. Yeah, forgot that I knew the lower Torvis elevator before going to Sacred Path. Oops.
Yeah, we were wondering.
It didn't hit until I was running through the hive chambers again, heading to Plane of Dark Worship.
Yeah.
At that point, I was thinking, I've last locationed a translator or something. It was probably an in-cache 2, maybe storage C, because supers were nice and early. And then it hit me, wait, I have the lower Torvis elevator. I can do Sank Entrance if we get Sank Entrance. But, yeah, that was... and it's a shame, too, because I just hit Go Mode 10 minutes ago. It probably wouldn't have been too much longer at this point, because it was just get down to Under Temple, get the Sank keys, and come back up.
Yep, that's all it was. And we're also joined in the booth right now with awp82. GG, sir.
Thanks, GG.
GG, Op, well played.
Well, yeah, that routed surprisingly well.
It did at the end. The end routing was pretty good now when I realized what I did wrong. So I forgot the Sacred Path elevator couldn't have led to Lower Torvis after writing down my elevators. So I spent like an hour looking for something else until it hit me.
Yeah, that was, I made that check early, kind of hoping I wouldn't soft lock, and yeah, but it turned out to be Torvis entrance, so it worked out.
I think that was the only way into Torvis, because Torvis Temple was the Sank Gate elevator.
Yeah, I never checked the lower Torvis elevator.
That would have led to the egg. I think it led to. Hang on, I got my notepad. It would have led to
portal access in Aegon.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. The Aegon portal elevator. That's what I was going to do too. I was gonna finish up Lower Torvis, go to the Aegon portal elevator, run to the Aegon entrance, which led to Sank Spider, get my last 2 keys, do a defiled shrine, and finish. But you beat me to it.
The big thing was whenever you were running everything in Sank Cap, Op had already found Torvis at that point. So you were running through and trying to full clear Sank, and Op was running through Torvis and getting all of those progression pickups at the same time. I think that was the big difference here.
It definitely was. Sank was completely, besides keys, Sank was completely barren tonight.
Yeah. Well, what was with those bad drops?
You know, I had a few struggles early game too. I mean, going tankless for almost 30 minutes.
Yeah, like it was probably the worst drops I've had since like, I don't know, a few months. And it's like we are playing Echoes, right?
I hope so.
There's no Aegon in Prime 1, is there?
No, Cap, you might catch this on if you check out the restream, but the big nail in the coffin, I think, was Op was able to grab an Echo Visor hint at the Sanctuary energy transfer.
That was...
And that was, at that point, you guys were kind of neck and neck, had covered some different ground, and Op had made that Torvis play, like we said, so had a little more going, but when he went through, they were able to get those hints, and that really paid off.
Yeah, my clue was the visor in War Ritual Grounds, because I passed through it to get my hints. I didn't even notice that was a translator. I couldn't get it anyway because I didn't have Dark Visor. So I went through, got my hints, finally found Torvis, checked the path of routes and said, oh, translators in War Dragons. And by that point, I just found Cobalt, by which point I yelled to the screen, wrong translator! And I realized it had to be Violet. So that's pretty much what set me back on the path.
So what you're saying is path of route set you on the path. Got it.
Yes, it did.
Well, it was some great playing on both sides. Cap, I do have a question for you, though. I think you had Reed and I, our hearts almost stopped.
Yeah.
What was that early game play with running through Dark World on 3 health there?
Yeah, I like to play it dangerous. I do. I figured Dark Aegon, since I had Annihilator in Dark, I figured the Dark Aegon loop would probably be the best way to go. Then I got supers and I figured, all right, time to go back through Battleground. I just figured the density was there, so, and that was the only way to forward Aegon until Spider Ball showed up in, where was it, Aegon Energy Controller? Yeah, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope I didn't give chat too much anxiety.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll put it this way. I'm going to need you to go ahead and PM me your address so my cardiologist can send you the bill.
He's going to have to go through some snow first.
No, there were quite a few catching a safe zone with 3, at least happened twice with 3 energy left.
Yeah, Hazing Cliff. I'm sure I gave you a scare with Hazing Cliff for sure.
Oh, yes.
Because, yeah, Cliff grabbed me. I bombed out. I tried to, screw attack. The drop-in culling chamber was only a 10, which was, to be fair, enough.
That was just enough.
Did you have any trouble with Battleground Door?
Not particularly, actually.
Yeah, I had a surprisingly easy time with that too. Normally, it takes longer to open, so I end up dying sometimes, and I was a little shocked that the game actually expected us to go through that door with no E-tanks.
Me too. I can't even remember where my first E-tank was.
Because I've died to that door before.
Cap, your first E-tank was at the save station. There, underneath save station.
The which one?
It's been a long week. I'm trying to think of the actual name. Underneath the Great Temple. Transport A
Transport
access.
A, okay. Oh, Transport B access, okay. Wait, no, Transport A.
Yeah, I think that's Transport A access.
The save station coming from GFMC.
That's weird, because I don't remember checking that item. Because by that point, I picked up Echo Visor in
No, I'm sorry. Your first one was Task Jump.
That's
I
the one.
apologize.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't even check that, because by then I saw Echo Visor on UMOS 1 and I realized, wait a minute, that's Go mode. I don't even need suits. This was actually a very good seed, all things considering. If you don't mind me asking, where was the Under Temple key?
Yes.
Powerbomb Guardian? Okay. I'm not tracking Powerbomb Guardian, but yeah, that was a no boss's seed. Almost got him morbated, though. Good thing there was a hint.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how hard I was hoping for Spider Ball and a Morbus.
An oddly kind seed. I gave you the Spider Ball and then also told you don't have to bother with a Morbus after giving you everything you needed for it. So
yeah, the settings were great. I mean, I liked starting with Dark and Annihilator for sure, and Screw Attack came nice and early too. It's just unfortunate that I completely forgot about the Sacred Path elevator.
You mentioned Battleground. We all had an enjoyable time watching whatever happened with those 2 Ing that were stuck on each other on your side of the screen.
What the?
They do that a lot. If they both ungoop right in front of that left side thing.
Before, but never that bad.
Oh, really?
It was rough. These were Siamese Ing.
It was about 20 seconds, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And then regooped, went away, ungooped, still stuck together.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to look at that one again. Yeah, I was generally happy with my mid game. Moving around, grabbing main power bombs through the tunnel twice in a row because I died in Grand Wind Chamber because flying pirates with 0 energy tanks. Ew.
Yeah, I can't remember what my first E-tank was. It was might have been Torvis.
I think yours was Torvis Op.
Yeah. I was asking myself, like, where are the E-tanks hiding? And then once I got there, I was like, oh, yeah, here. Didn't even need suits.
Yeah, it was a pretty lean seed as far as energy went for a while, and then it just exploded. You ended with, I think, 9 tanks.
Yeah, you saw me go into cache. You saw me go into cache after Portal Chamber because I was actually hoping for a lucky energy tank for a quick refill before I just zipped through Putrid Alcove. Otherwise, I would have had to stop for energy.
That makes sense.
But yeah, GG's to you. Well played.
Thanks. GG's to you, too.
Thank you.
Well, Op, congrats on the win, but GG's to both of you. It was a really enjoyable race to watch.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic seed, gentlemen. GG's.
And thank you, folks, for calling and tracking.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for watching, too.
And,
I didn't open chat up. Were there any questions for me from chat before we go?
I have not seen any chat. Do you have any questions for either one of our runners before we finish it up and sign off for this first race of round 2? It's been a long, long week.
This is definitely one of the seeds you learn from. It's like, remember, folks, when you know the lower Torvis elevator, check Sacred Path.
I'm getting radio silence here on chat, so...
All right, then.
Well, talk about a absolutely gangbuster start to round 2. GG's to both of our runners. Thank you to both of you for putting on an absolutely amazing show. Gollop and doing his tracking, absolutely. We greatly appreciate that. And 329, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure to commentate with you.
Oh, too true, Reed. Make sure you give these guys a follow. Everybody involved. Some awesome people working behind the scenes and just awesome stuff to be able to witness and be a part of. And yeah, just thanks again and best of luck, Op, going forward.
Thanks.
See you next mission, folks.